Hello students, I hope you all are staying safe at home and you all are doing well. Okay, in this session we are going to see the another part of English chapter number 3, that is the ungrateful frog. Okay, now student, in our previous session we have already seen that the frog is converted into a water snake and now the snake is converted into a heron, which is a large bird. Okay, now we'll see what is going to happen more in this story. Now, as the water snake is turned into a heron, what the heron has done now? Now, he just looked himself in the water. He just looked his reflection in the water and he felt very proud because previously he was just a small frog and now he's just a large, heron bird. So he felt very proud. And students, after seeing himself in the water, what he has done? He just moving his feathers, his smooth and large feathers. He's just moving with proud. As well as he just walked in the water and with his large beak. As we have discussed that heron used to have a large beak, right? So from his large beak, he was just catching all the small darting fishes, the fishes, those who are moving here and there rapidly. He was just, catching all those fishes, as well as he was, frightening the dogs as well. Frogs as well. Okay, he was just making a threat to other small fishes and the frog. Just imagine, students, the frog who was himself earlier was getting threatened because of that water snake, and after that the heron is now a heron. So he is making threat to others. Okay, students, see how he has completely changed his behavior. Okay, now we'll see what is going to happen more with this proud heron. Now, as the heron was moving with a lot of pride because he is such a long creature now, at that moment he has not noticed one thing, students. Do you know? At that moment, a jackal came over there. Yes, a jackal came near the edge of the lake. And why? To drink some water. And heron has not noticed that there is a jackal. But jackal has seen an heron. And as soon as the jackal has seen the heron, he just pounced on him. Do you know what is a jackal? Jackal, we call it in Hindi as CR. It's somewhat look like a dog and they are very fast. They used to have canine, teeth. They are having a sharp teeth. And as soon as the jackal has seen the heron, he just pounced on him. Pounce means, it means he just attacked him suddenly. And he hold him with his long, and hold the heron from, where? He just hold the heron at his long neck. Right, we have discussed that the heron used to have a long neck, right? So he hold the heron at at his long neck, and heron just cried once again, "Help! Help! King of the reeds, please help me! This jackal has attacked on me. He has hold me from my neck very tightly, and he's going to eat me. Please, King of the reeds, help me! Please turn me into a jackal. Please turn me into a cunning jackal so that I can fight with this jackal." And same story, right, kids? Let's see now what next King of the Reed is going to do. Now, as the King of the Reeds has heard the sound of the heron, he just completely lost his patience. He was getting irritated and he shouted angrily, "Am I not going to have any peace? Would I will not get any peace?" He was completely irritated. And obviously, students, he will get irritated by changing the frog into a snake, then snake into an heron. Now he was demanding to convert himself into a jackal. So he was completely irritated. But still, students, after losing his patience, still he converted the heron into a jackal, into a cunning jackal. Because he was a very kind person. He just wanted a peace in his kingdom. So he converted him into a jackal. Now, let's see what is going to happen next. What this new jackal is going to do in this story. I hope, students, you all must be enjoying how the animals are getting converted into one after the another, right? But let's see what is going to happen with this jackal. Now, once again, the frog, which is now a jackal, is moving with a lots of proud. Why? Because he knows that I am such a powerful creature now. So the jackal was very delighted. He was very happy, right? And he was just moving with a lot of proudness. And he was just simply, taking a sniff or taking a smell, of this evening air, evening fresh air. And he was just moving here and there. And he was just making threat to other small creatures. Okay. And he just came near to the reeds. And he has not noticed one thing. There was one leopard. Yes, kids, there was one leopard who was coming closer to the reeds. And do you know, kids, that leopard was very hungry. Yes, because he has not eaten from several days. From many days, he has not eaten anything. And he was very hungry. And he has seen a beautiful jackal in front of him. And he just thought, oh, wow, I just got my food. But the jackal has not noticed that there was a leopard because he was just simply moving with proudness. And the leopard came closer and closer and closer to the jackal. And suddenly he just pounced on the jackal. Yes, once again the jackal is attacked by a leopard. And as you all know, leopard used to have sharp claws, right? He used to have sharp पंजे जिसको हम बोलते हैं, right? And he is very fast, so he just pounced on the jackal and hold him down in the ground, and with his sharp claws. Let's see what is going to happen with this jackal, kids. Once again, the same story got repeated. The jackal shouted, and he just shouted, help, king of the reeds, please help me. This leopard has pined me. He has hold me to the ground, and there is no way to escape. He is surely going to eat me. Please help, king of the reeds. And after listening this, the king of the reeds got very irritated. He just growled. Growl means just simply shouted. Would you ever be satisfied? क्या तुम कभी भी संतुष्ट होगे? I've already turned you into so many animals. But still, as the king of reeds was very helpful and very kind person, right? He again turned the jackal into a, strong leopard. And he has given him such a beautiful skin. And his coat, means his skin was shining in the moonlight. And again, the jackal, which is turned into a leopard, is again feeling very proud because he knows that I am now the most powerful creature. Let's see what is going to happen next. The greatest warrior was approaching. The greatest hunter was approaching towards the lake. Students, can you just imagine who is coming next? Who is coming next in the story? Who is such a greatest hunter? Yes, students, do you know? A young warrior came. Yes, a young warrior, a man came now this time with a spear and a shield. Do you know what is a spear, students? You must have generally seen the warriors. They used to have that spear, which is a sharp weapon, and with a shield. And he just seen the shining coat of the leopard. And he just won that coat, means that skin, which is so shining. And he just said to the leopard, I want that coat because it is going to give me a be very famous after getting your coat. So he just threw his spear and it got stuck near the neck of the leopard. And once again, the leopard begged, please help me, king of the reeds, please help me. Let's see what is going to happen. The leopard said, please, king of the reeds, please turn me. I know what I want to be now. I want to be this skilled young warrior with a spear and a shield. I want to be a warrior now. Please, king of the reeds, help me. The king of the reeds hesitated. Hesitated means he just thought. He was into a confusion. But still, yes, student, but still he turned the leopard into a strong and powerful warrior. Yes, The frog is now a man. Oh wow, the king of the reeds was very grateful person, right kids? Now we will see actually what this warrior is going to do next. The warrior said to the king of the reeds, I will serve you for all my life. I will serve you means I will always help you. I will always follow your instruction. Whatever you will say, I will do it for you. I will be a slave for you. And after few time, the warrior was getting more and more, he's getting more and more stronger and more powerful. And he was just simply living his life fearlessly because he was such powerful. He was having a spear and a shield and he was very much skilled now. And one day, the king of the reeds sent a message to the warrior that you have to help me making a new palace in the kingdom. Okay, the warrior got the message that he has to help the king of the reeds to build a new palace for him. After listening that message, the warrior said, why would I help king of the reeds? I am also so noble. I am also very powerful. I would not help him making a new palace. And he just said, I will not help king of the reeds because even I am very powerful and I am a warrior. I would not help him building a palace. But do you know, students, when he was in need, when he was, want the king of the reeds to help him and convert him to a warrior, at that time only he has promised the king of the reeds that I am going to always follow your instruction. I will always help you. But as he is now more powerful, he just thought and he just forget everything. And he said, I will not help the king of the reeds. Let's see this time now what king of the reed is going to do. Students, can you just imagine what he's going to do now? Okay, keep thinking. Let's see what happened in the end of this story. After listening the reply from the warrior, the king of the reeds was very, very angry. Obviously, right? As the messenger has delivered him the message by the warrior, he got very angry. He was like, I have helped you in every situation. I have turned you from frog to a water snake, from water snake to heron to jackal, jackal to leopard, and leopard to a such a powerful warrior. And now when I need you, you are saying it no. He was very angry. And do you know, kids, what happened at the night? There was a flash of lightning. बहुत बिजली कड़कने लगी, and the earth trembled, and there was a complete silence near the lake. Yes, do you know why? Because there was no sign of warrior. There was only one sound which is coming, and that was a very sad song, from a small little green frog, and which is sitting on a lily pad, and he was simply doing quack quack, and he was quack quack means here he's just saying his sad song. It means the king of the reeds has turned the warrior once again into a small frog which he was earlier. So what do you think, students? Does the king of the reeds actually has done the correct thing? I think yes, because the frog has actually, forget everything. He has forget how the king of the reeds have actually helped him in all the situation. Students, what we have actually came to know in this story, actually the moral of this story is we should never forget that if somebody have ever helped us, what we do, we just simply forget and we just ignore, right? But this is not right, kids. When somebody have helped us, when we are in need, so it is our duty. This is our, it shows that, we are actually helping. Whenever that person needs us, we should actually become forward and we should also help. But that the same mistake the frog has done. And in that case, what the king of the reeds has done? He has once again turned the warrior into a frog. Oh wow, I think, yes, student, in the first, when we have started this chapter, I've already told you this story is actually going to help us. So what we have learned from this story? That the frog was very ungrateful. He was not giving thanks to king of the reeds. We should always be grateful to the one who has ever helped us. Right, student? I hope next time, whenever somebody help you, you will always be in that position. If that person needs you, you will always help that person. This is such an important thing that we have learned in our life with such a, cute story. Let's see today's homework. What is today's homework? Today's homework is actually not only for this chapter, for the rest of your life. What you are supposed to do, we are going to do a creative homework. Okay. You have to use a glass jar or maybe a mug or something that you have at your home. You have to label it as gratitude jar. Okay. I'm repeating the spelling, that is GRATITUDE. Label it as gratitude jar. And whenever, okay, students, whenever somebody helps you or somebody in your family is helped by someone, write it on a piece of paper, fold it and put it on that gratitude jar, and continue this whenever somebody helps you. I hope now everybody is going to make that gratitude jar and put it somewhere and decorate it nicely, and whenever somebody helps you, write it down, put it that slip on the gratitude jar, so that every time you will keep reminding that somebody have helped you, and whenever that person needs you, you are also going to help that person. Please promise me that, student, that you are going to follow this. Okay. I hope you all have enjoyed this story. We have learned a lot from the story. Thank you. Take care. Stay at home. Stay healthy.